What's up there, YouTube? 1 second, I'll be ready to go. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Tammy? Thanks for stopping by. Hang on 1 minute. I'm just trying to set this other live stream up real quick. Did you get done cleaning your, was it your mom's garage today, or you still working on it? Okay, what the hell? 7. Let's see here. Okay, that should about do it, I hope. Wait a minute, I better go back and check that. Hang on 1 second. Okay, we're all good. There you go. Going live. That's cool. What's that? You did something to your back? Yeah, shit, I hurt myself a couple days ago lifting something. It sucked. It left me alone now. I got this this oil. Actually bought it down the farmer's market. This lady makes it. Her mother had cancer or something, and she was in all kind of pain. And she took all these different essential oils. Let me put some light on here. And made what do you call it? An oil out of it for pain. Shit works like a champ. I use it all the time. Anyway, guess you heard about the so-called another assassin Trump thing going on there. Well, that turned out to be a hoax or something. Sheriff, what's this? What's that? Hey, what's up, Mixed Media? How you doing? What's that? It's all. Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this oil I got. I can't remember the name. Well, she calls it like Mom's Miracle Oil or something. And she made it for her mother. Her mother was dying of cancer, and the shit actually it works like a champ. Basically, she had like different essential oils. One of the oils in there was cinnamon and all kinds of different crazy shit, lavender, rosemary, and all this different other stuff. I can't even remember what's in it, but it actually worked big time for pain, man. I don't know how she came up with it, but it's good shit. So how you guys doing today anyway? All good? Let me get something to drink here. Take my damn jacket off. It's already getting hot. It's cold when I first got out here a little bit. Ah, shit. So, thanks for stopping by, whoever else is on there. What's this? Sounds great. Yeah, it might have been. I have a list of some of the ingredients. Hey, how you doing, Zachary? How you doing? And can't read that. Rodham. How you all doing, man? You rolling in there quick. Thanks for stopping by. Turmeric, yeah, turmeric might have been in there, but it had all these different essential oils. I can't remember, frankincense and myrrh actually in there, which two of the three things that was given to the baby Jesus at his birth by the wise men, evidently. Frankincense is an incense and some other type of sap or something. I don't know what myrrh is. It's a spice or something. Turmeric is great for... Yeah, I heard that. Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks, Zachary. Appreciate you. Yeah, I was just telling... I'm on a double live stream here again. If by chance you want to hop over at any time to the other channel, the other channel is Legends and Tales of Josey Wales. And the one you guys are on, A Preacher Pale Rider. What's that? Thank you for subbing. Appreciate you. So anyway, what's this? He looks like a killer. Yeah, okay. Who are you talking about? The guy that supposedly went after Trump last night and didn't? It was a hoax, by the way. Did you guys know about that? Okay, cool. You're talking about that. You got a cat tree thing you were making, right? What's this say over here? Bible. Did you say Bible? Got one right here. Right here. Word of God right here. Might start being more, my videos might be more about this than what they've been about. Because I'm just getting kind of tired of politics and everything. What's that say? Stuart. So how's everybody doing? That's right. Jesus is Lord and our salvation. All you got to do is accept him as your Savior. He did all the work for us. So there's that. So anyway, what's this? Yep. What's that? Hosea 13:16. I'll check that out. Thank you. Yep. Jesus is the answer. And time is running short, so get yourself together and get right with God if you need to, and preach the word. What's this say over here? By the way, if you guys just didn't hear me earlier, I'm doing a double live stream, so that's why I'm looking back and forth. I got two screens going here and talking to multiple channels, but both my channels. One is Preacher Pale Rider, and the other one is Legends and Tales of Josey Wales, both based on characters from his movies, Clint Eastwood's movies. Big fan of Clint Eastwood. What's it say? I enjoy woodworking. No. Yep. So how's that coming there, Mixed Media? And by the way, did you figure out anything on your idea for your greenhouse? Yep, you're right, Stuart. Sooner than we realize. It's going to happen momentarily almost, you know? Time is nearly up, I think. Wait a minute. Okay, there you go. So, what have you guys been up to, Tammy and mixed media? Regular heater, yeah. Is it getting cold out there already? Like at nighttime? You, yeah, they're talking. I just got a notification about the Trump shooter hoax thing. You know, that's the thing. They're gonna start making people think, second guess that, yeah, what's misinformation or whatever, and everybody will just think everything's BS, and then they'll send a real shooter in and get him probably. Can you read us my favorite Bible passage? Hosea 13:16. The world needs to hear it. Yeah, if I can read it, because, well, wait a minute. Yeah, I can read it. I usually don't bring my a lot of times I forget my glasses. Let me read that out. Was it 13:16, Hosea? Give me a second here. My eyesight's still bad, even with the glasses. I got it, I think. Here we go. Hosea. What was that again? Hosea 13. Hosea 13:16, I think. 13:16. That's interesting. Thanks. now I'm going to read it out if I can. Here you go. Ephraim word caused fear, but he was exalted in the land. Oh, sorry, he was exalted in Israel, but he sinned through Baal and died. Punishment, ingratitude. Now, is that the right one? Did I read your thing right? Now they continue to sin, making for themselves molten images, silver idols according to their fancy, all of them the works of artisans. To these they say, offer sacrifice, men kiss calves. Therefore they shall be like a morning cloud, or like the dew that early passes away. Is that what you wanted me to read? Let me go back and see that. I don't know. Let's see. Hang on one second. Man, my eyesight's bad, and I better pray for better eyesight. Yeah, it won't be long, dude. He's 13:16. Okay, all right. Keep reading, in other words. Sorry, dude. I'll read a little bit more. I should have, you know what? This might help brighten it up a little bit more in here temporarily. Tell you what, before we do that, let me just randomly pull something out of here and see what it says. Proverbs. Let's see if it makes any sense for anything. Does not wisdom call and understanding raise her voice on the top of the heights along the road? At the crossroads, she takes her stand by the gates at the approaches of the city. In the enter, what's this? In the entryways, she cries aloud, "To you, O men, I call. My appeal is to the children of men. Your simple ones gain resources. You fools gain sense." I don't know. I don't understand what that meant. I was reading it. But let me go look up your thing there real quick. And then, sorry about that. I just wanted to randomly. Sometimes I'll open the Bible randomly and it'll fit like what's going on in your life or whatever. You guys ever notice that? Hang on one second, dude. Here it is. And that was Hosea. Shit, man, I'm like nearly blind. Wait a minute. Hosea. Where is it? It's in there somewhere. I just saw the number. I think it was 13:16. Yeah, I can't see. I just saw it. Whatever. I'm going to hop off of that for right now. I'll come back later to that. I wanted to talk about something real quick here. What's this? Yeah. Random Bible verse. Yeah, but you ever notice sometimes they seem like they fit what's going on, in your life. At least it has for me in the past. What's that? Samaria will be held guilty. Okay. Is this thank you, dude? Did you just is that what you wanted me to read? I appreciate you doing that, dude. I feel like I'm blind anymore. It's hard as hell for me to read anymore. Thank you. What's your name? Alex Gray. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Appreciate you. If you guys could give me a thumbs up on the way out if you're leaving. Appreciate y'all. And thanks again, Stuart, as well. So anyway, I was just getting ready to talk about a couple things with the stuff happening down at FEMA. They evidently, they're saying that somebody threatened them, and then today there was a video put out. Richie from Boston put it out. I think it was it's a Jailbreak Overlander, his other channel. And I was literally sitting in the park, and I was thinking, because I heard it earlier that, somebody claimed that FEMA was getting harassed or threatened by militias down there. And they've been trying to get rid of militias and all this and taking our guns away, so they have no protection if something happens, Anyway, long story short is that it turned out that Richie put the video out literally while sitting in the park. And I was like, damn, I was just thinking about that. That dude's spot on. Every time, he's unbelievable. Richie's a good YouTube channel. Jailbreak Overlanders, his channel. Anyway, so I was watching that, and it's basically claiming that somebody came and threatened these guys. And later on, just actually about an hour ago, I saw another report on it, and I'm guessing this was from FEMA and whoever. They're trying to cover their tail for saying what they said, that people who wanted to go search were getting in their way and all this other stuff, and they're calling them militia and everything. Look, these people have family that's down there missing. They live in the area. They would know where the whole area well, probably better than these FEMA people. Even if the FEMA got maps, these people have working knowledge of the land around there if they lived in that area, and they know the people they're looking for. They might know where they would go if they needed shelter, and there's some cut off because roads are washed out and they're in the woods and this and that. So they would be invaluable. If you're doing a search, you probably would want somebody who knew the area, you know what I mean? like I said on my video, if like a little kid got lost in the woods or something, I know you've seen like this has happened, and they had videos, of search parties. They'll accept people from town and everything else to help them out to find them. Now, if they're not getting in your way, why right out of the gate they didn't want nothing to do with anybody else having anything to do with searching for these people. This is their loved ones and their townspeople and shit. How are you going to just block them in their own town? I'll tell you why you're doing that. It's because they're hoping enough of them are dead and gone, in my opinion, granted. But there's lithium mines in there. There's lithium that they can get at, and it's the same with like Maui. They wanted that land and they took it, forced everybody off the land, and long before any of this has happened, frickin' WEF, World Economic Forum, was telling us in so many ways, not outright, but hinting at it that this is going to happen, that they were going to have to move people around, and they're going to build these great 15-minute cities and everything. You know what a 15-minute city is? It's a loss of your freedom to move around the country. You have the Constitution, and in the Constitution, you have the right to travel. They want to keep you in a pen like an animal. I'm sorry to say, that's what I truly believe is going on. See that? Yeah, Tammy is. No worries, my friend. No problem. I'm just going over some stuff here. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, Stuart. Appreciate you. And if you guys could subscribe and maybe hit me with a thumbs up top there, it'd be cool. Oh, you're in London? How's it over there? I know England's got a lot of issues going on right now too. Hopefully you guys can live in peace without, all the crap that's going on in the world. It's getting out of hand. What's your opinion on Trump killing the very conservative? How did Trump kill that? I don't understand. He's not in office. Yeah, it is very bad from what I hear. So, you know what? Here's the deal. You're welcome to come on my channel, and if you think about that, you can tell me what you think, so I know what you're talking about, because I really don't know on that, to be honest with you. I know one thing, that we let hundreds of thousands of people across the border pretty much in a very short time, and they never made any kind of arrangements to find these people homes. They dumped them in different spots, and it was all political so they can get the vote. And they're trying to pass laws. I mean, come on, that's not fair. That isn't right. There's people here that should have a say in the matter, but now they're being wiped out. They're being pushed aside, and you're bringing in a whole voter base. That isn't fair. That's all I'm going to say about that. But you know what? I appreciate your opinion, and you're welcome to come on here and take whatever side you want. It's called a discussion. Now you can't even do that anymore. People get too upset, and they don't know how to share ideas. And in my opinion, the elites love that. They want us to be arguing, divide and conquer. We used to have solidarity. When the country had a problem, we pulled together. It's the same thing I was talking about with this search and rescue for the people down North Carolina. You want people that are motivated, that live down there, maybe their loved ones are missing. You'd want them on the ground hunting with you, because they're going to go the extra mile to try to find these people, and they'd be able to give you intel. There's a lot of stuff going on that shouldn't be going on, in my opinion. There's a lot of political hatred and bullshit happening, and it's got to stop. You do have a 50, yeah. You know what it reminds me of, Stuart? I don't know if you remember, we learned this in history. World War II, the Warsaw ghettos, they walled off everything, and they shoved Jewish people in there to live out their lives. And little by little, they were pulling them out of there and sending them to Auschwitz and Krakow. And I'm afraid that that's where they could end up going. Same type of thing. Hey, how you doing, Rosie? Good to see you again. You were on the other day, weren't you? Thank you for coming back. Yeah. Yep. It's pretty scary, and it's getting really bad because now it's Russia and Ukraine are going at it big time, and you got the Middle East. We're about to have a nuclear exchange somewhere in this world, and that's scary as hell. Hey, mixed media, and there you are, Tammy. Exactly, Escape from New York. Kurt Russell. That was a good movie, and but it's almost like that. Yeah, and they want to put you in a 15-minute city, okay? That's the billionaire elites coming up with these ideas when they have their meetings at, what is that called? What the hell do they call that? You know, where all the rich people go. Uh, I can't even think of it. That's the problem with getting old. My memory's gone to shit, but what I'm saying is they're deciding for us. They're going to put us in a 15-minute city. Meanwhile, they'll fly around to all their new purchased properties, like Maui, for instance, where people used to live, and wherever the hell else they want. They'll own everything else, and you'll be stuck in a ghetto somewhere, living out your life for the next 30 weeks or however long they want to let you live. Unless you're a good little slave, and then they might keep you around for 2 months, maybe. I know that I'm being facetious and joking a little bit, but it's pretty scary because it could easily start rolling that way. You got people that power is their everything. Power is their God, and they want more and more and more of it. Yes, Bilderbergs. Thank you, Mixed Media Girl. Appreciate you and Tammy. You guys always save me when I have a senior moment there. Thanks. Exactly what I was thinking about, the Bilderbergs. Yeah, summits, exactly. All that stuff. They're plotting and planning and scheming on us. And they want us fighting different races and different religious, ethnic thing, and they're just throwing the gasoline on the fire to keep us fighting and everything. We'll never be at peace because they're going to keep stirring it and making it. You got WEF, World Economic Forum. Yep, 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 exactly. They're the trouble. You know what? I have my own theory that they might not even be human, and they might not be human. They might be a fallen angel bloodline, demonic, whatever you want to. They don't have any kind of compassion, and they look like they want to be gods, and that's what I feel is going on there. They've been hiding out and sitting low. What's that? Yeah, I agree. And then Prince William, there's a lot of people back in the day, I think it was before his mother died, Prince William. There's a photo of him with a sheep. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's on a magazine cover. And it was right around the time, I think, when they cloned the sheep. It was, you know what I'm talking about. Cool. Yeah, and there was a lot of controversy about all that, like he was maybe the Antichrist and the sheep represented, his dark flock or whatever, or, he was the anti-shepherd, or whatever it was. It was years ago, but I remember that to this day. So you never know. You never know. These youngsters, don't realize. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know what? Like you're saying, Tammy, all that technology's been around for years, and then they decided to share it with us. In other words, they're showing us stuff that they've already had for 30, 40 years, or longer, who knows. And they've been keeping us in the dark. Yes, you probably did. Yeah, I believe you, Mixed Media Girl. You know why? You probably saw that and you were sensitive to something in it made you pick up whatever message they were relaying. Because all these magazine covers and everything, there's all kinds of hidden messages and all this crap with the covering the eye, like the Illuminati stuff and all that. They've been sending out bad vibes for quite some time. We'll call it bad vibes, but really, it's a lot of subconscious stuff. For some reason, it's important to them. Same with what's the other thing they do a lot is I can't think of the word. Predictive programming. You know what? I better turn these off or turn my car on because I'm gonna run the battery out. Let me get my keys. Give me 1 second. See how they went low? I'm gonna burn that battery out one day. I won't be able to start the car, even though it's practically new. It was so what? You know what? You probably have eyes to see. You ever hear that saying? I think for those who have eyes to see. In other words, God allowed you that ability. It's a gift from the Holy Spirit that you can see things like that. That's why half the people that were, talking here, they see things that are going on because we're all linked up to the main source, to God. God lets us see things. And I think the more that you are in tune with God, then the more you're able to see. You get discernment, put it that way. Prince of Wales, yep. Yeah, there's a dragon on it. You're right, dude. White flag. Yeah, the white flag, is it with a red dragon? Or I know there's a dragon on it. You're right. Absolutely. If you look at Iran's flag, too, by the way, the symbol on that, there's a little symbol. For the longest time, I thought it was a dragon with its wings spread out, but it might be some kind of letter or something. Go take a look at the Iranian flag. What's that? How did that happen? Really? That's crazy. Yep. That sucks. One of the people over here on my other channel, YouTube, pushed him out of the chat room. And what happened to the other dude over here? Is he still here? Gray Elk or whatever what was his name? I don't know. Yeah, you told some truth and they didn't like that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we're all in tune with. Oh, there you are. Cool. All right. I see you now. All right. Yeah, I was just saying, one of the other people on the chat on the other channel, YouTube just pushed them right out. And she's one of my moderators. She didn't say anything wrong. That's craziness. What's this? Exactly. Keep fighting the good fight, Tammy. Just, it's the enemy trying to silence everybody with censorship and everything else. What's your name? Elk Gray? Oh, Elix Gray. Is that it? Sorry, my eyesight's really bad, dude. If I misread something, you guys right, and it's because literally this one eye is messed up too. I noticed it the other day. If you go back, this is a weird way I found out about. You guys know John Wayne, right? The movie John Wayne, True Grit. I had an eye patch. I put it over my eye. I was pretending to be John Wayne. There's a short on my channel. I kept messing it up, so I had to keep doing it. So I had that patch over my eye for a while. All of a sudden, I noticed I'm looking around the room. I got that thing on. I can't see out of this eye too well. It's all foggy and everything. I probably have, what do you call them? Cataracts maybe building up on this eye. Either that or I also got smacked in the head. I fell and hit a thing a week ago. I still got a lump there. I don't think that had anything to do with it. But I never noticed it until I had that patch over my eye. Like, holy shit. Losing my vision. Well, I'm getting old, though. What were you saying? I didn't mean to cut you off there. I was waiting for you on that Elix Gray. Oh wow. What do you have? Speech to text, Tammy? I don't do that because someone was telling me it messes up like way worse. Let's just. What is weird to you, dude? Yeah, censorship's off the hook anymore. What were you saying there, Elix? I'm jumping back and forth. If I'm saying something that don't make any sense, it's because I'm talking to these people over here as well. I'll let you see. There's double live stream, two phones there. What were you saying was very weird because that's another thing. The response time is slowed down. I swear, YouTube, and these guys will vouch for this. Over here, it happens. It seems like sometimes the chat's slower than it can't keep up with me or whatever. So I think they slow it down just to make sure nothing gets out that they don't want you to say, and they censor stuff. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't think it's fair. Especially when nobody's saying anything that's life changing or not like like nothing that should offend anybody. Mostly we're just talking about the Bible there, and then we're talking about things going on in the world right now, current events. I don't know why that seems so scary to them, that unless they're hiding truths from us, the powers that be. I mean, they don't want us to talk. Whole thing with the masks. Do you guys know what that? Besides the fact that it was supposed to be when we had the COVID thing going on, I say it all the time that I feel that was also a muzzle. Psychologically, they want control over what you say. That's what I believe it was. And keeping you 6 feet apart so you couldn't whisper to the guy next to you, "Hey, this is bullshit." They were trying and telling you to stay in your house and keep everybody separate so you couldn't communicate with one another about how damn stupid the rules were and how obvious it was looking when the elites didn't even follow their own rules. They're out doing whatever they wanted during the pandemic thing, and what's that? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, brother. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Here's what I got. The last thing I saw was, here's what you just said on my side. It says, I was saying, and then you wrote again, this, women, that's very weird to me. And I asked you, I said, what's weird? And then down here, you talked again. It says, is my message not showing? So they probably stopped your message from coming through. Let me go up here. You said, do you see me? Yeah, I did. I have nothing else. They probably blocked you, dude. You said, damn, you're right. And, oh, wait a minute. Dan Crenshaw even called Trump out for it and many other conservatives. Okay, that's what you're talking. I didn't even see that go by. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to check into that. Was that what you were... Oh, you were talking about Epstein. Then they blocked it, dude. That's the same thing. Epstein and Diddy, it's the same thing all over again. This time, they better arrest some people or do something because it's really ridiculous what's going on. Yeah, it's off the hook. Wait a minute. Yeah, he's probably getting shadow banned a little bit. But you know what? I'm reading some of his stuff. But yeah, they're probably... Wait a minute. No, I'm talking about something else now. Okay. About Epstein. And then it says... And Trump's relationship with him and Diddy. I don't know about him getting along with Diddy, but you know what? Diddy was with a lot of people, a lot of these celebrities. I know one person He hung out was also Hillary Clinton and Oprah and a whole slew of other people. Wait a minute. Diddy Epstein yeah, exactly. Epstein on steroids. Yeah, I think it was probably even worse. Epstein is not dead. Yeah, you might be right on that. You never know. They're going to different islands too. Many people involved. Yeah, I believe that. There's probably a lot. Matter of fact, Joe Biden's brother, I think, or is his brother Jim Biden or James Biden? He owned a small island not far from Epstein's island. So what do you think's happening there? Is anybody looking into that? Go look into that. I heard that when that was going on. It's kind of weird. Maybe he just owns an island. There's no hanky-panky going on or no bullshit. But I don't know. It seems awful suspicious. Exactly. Alphabet agencies. Yep. 3 letters. Let's see what else you got here. I'll have to look into that. I didn't even know Trump was in. But you know what? It's possible. Yeah, Trump was. He was big in New York. Diddy's from New York area, and I'm sure they probably were out on the golf course. Who knows? Who knows? Well, you know what? We'll find out because it's all starting to come out soon. You're right, mixed media girl. She said over here, trust in no man. That's exactly right. You know who we ought to be looking to for our leadership is Jesus Christ, because he's our savior. Human beings aren't going to get it for us. You know, this whole world is just about doomed. You know, Jesus, you're right. It's the only way out, man. We're circling the drain here. You know, everything's crashing and burning. Exactly, Tammy. The scariest sentence, Tammy says, the scariest sentence from the government. I'm here from the government, and I'm here to help. Yeah, you hear that, you got some problems coming your way. The government's there to help themselves. It's unfortunate, but they really ain't. The government isn't your friend. It's what I've been saying lately, because the truth is out. You can see it. There's just too much coming out that they were trying to hide. Yeah, exactly. Run. Exactly. It's scary nowadays. Let me turn these off. I want a couple of these is getting so bright. I feel like I'm standing next to the sun. This for some reason, this actually kicks off some heat too. It's good during the winter, but it sucks like right now. Heard the what? Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, did you guys see that YouTube is, I don't know if it's YouTube, but I know out in California, what's his name, Newsom's trying to pass a law that you can't make memes and stuff and jokes on politicians and put it on video. You can't alter what they're saying and everything. Why is that, you know? They're just, again, more censorship. Because, you know what it was? People were kind of, in a way, joking, but exposing all the craziness. They couldn't just out and say it, because they would have been cut off anyway. They're just trying to silence everybody. Amber, well, yeah, exactly. Amber bulb. Now that thing's bright as the sun in my eyes. Try this. Wait a minute. Yeah, I could probably change that, but I'm too damn lazy when it comes to working on shit like that. It's probably a really easy fix too. Actually, maybe not. It's a Japanese car, so you should probably send away for something. And what's that saying? UK commenters are using they're getting disappeared for freaking, what the hell does it say? Memes. Yeah, I heard that. Hey, Stewart, you're from England, that area. Is it true? Are they get people getting arrested for just making jokes and stuff and saying things about political leaders over there? I mean, that's crazy. Oh man, I thought so. I watch. There's a guy out of Ireland. I think his name's Paul Thorpe. He's got a channel, and he was saying some of this stuff. Uh, how messed up it was over there. And you know what? Right now, you guys, as a country, what's that? And put in prison. Yeah. You know what? Whatever differences you guys have, between Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and England, you guys ought to pull together and go against, the tyranny that's happening to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't fight among yourselves if you can help it, because the elites are bringing in people from other countries and letting them take your spot and booting you the hell out, just like they're doing over here. Look, I'm all cool with helping people out, but when they come in and they're taking over everything, how's that not an invasion? All of a sudden, your rights are gone. Your home is taken over by someone that lives somewhere else. You're being hassled in the streets, or beaten, beaten up or raped or whatever. It's happening over there big time, from what I understand. And if you do anything about it, you're a hate monger. Well, that's craziness. It's terrible. Oh, Paul's from England. Okay. No, yeah, you're right. I think Paul Thorpe. Okay. Yeah, I watch his YouTube channel. There's another guy I watch from Ireland. I can't remember. He's a boxer. I can't think of who the hell it is. It's not my. Who the hell is that? That's cool. Yeah, exactly. Again, that's, what that is? It's the divide and conquer that these elites have been playing for centuries. You go back to primitive times. The people that wanted to keep their power would have all the lower class people fighting them. And doing that, they can't turn on the upper class or whatever, who was basically abusing the shit out of them. And it's been going on for forever, That's why I feel that these people that are in power, most of them are fallen angel bloodline. I really believe that. They kind of hold themselves, they call themselves blue bloods and stuff. They think they're above everybody else, so sounds to me like something you'd hear. What's that? Yeah, you think that might be correct, right, Stuart? Yep. Yeah, Tammy. I about live over at the Dollar Tree now. Do you guys have? I would assume you guys have Dollar Trees or dollar stores, but it's probably, what's a dollar over there? A pound, or I don't know your currency rate. What do you consider like your dollar? Is it a pound or? Oh, okay. All right. Right on. Oh, yeah. You just nailed that. Mixed media girl. Bioengineered foods. Everything in the Dollar Tree, you look at the back of it, I would say about 80% says bioengineered. Another thing, you guys over in England and Germany and stuff, you get better food than we do over here. Ours has all kinds of preservatives and chemicals, and you look at yours, and your food's safer than ours right now. It's crazy. Why can't we all get the same quality? The same company making things like Coca-Cola over here. We got aspartame in it, which basically breaks down in your body. This is what I heard. I'm not no chemist, but heard that it literally turns into something like formaldehyde, which can't be any good for you. And I don't think you guys probably have regular sugar in Coca-Cola. We have aspartame. It's an artificial sweetener. Mexico, they have Coca-Cola with sugar cane in it. And sugar's no good for you too, but this other stuff's like 10 times worse. Exactly. Exactly. They're trying to get rid of us. 2030 agenda. Yep. Yep. I just saw. I just had a notification drop down. Something about the news. Wait a minute. Nah, I couldn't find it. Notification came in there. I want to read it real quick. Nanotech in Coke. Yep. Yeah, that's another thing. Do you guys know about that, or have you talked about that over there? Nanotechnology. Aspartame is from. Oh, really? Yeah. What's it say? Aspartame is a byproduct taking a certain beetle women, and they radioactivity beetle, and it poops aspartame. Is that true, dude? I wouldn't know, but I know it can't be any good for you. Yeah, but yeah, there's nanotechnology supposedly getting into our food too. Graphene, I think it is, and other stuff. So basically, we're probably full of everything under the sun. The government's dumping. You guys know about chemtrails over there in England. I guess you see them too. They're all over the world. They're spraying stuff down on us. It's unbelievable. And a lot of people don't even see it or don't care to see it or are scared to admit that they see something wrong, so they'll just go on like nothing's going on. They'll just go along to get along. Sometimes you got to stand up and say something and do something. If you don't stand up for yourself, no one else will. That's what each and every one of us needs to do to some degree. You can't let these people walk all over us. Right. Exactly. Mixed media girl over on this other live stream's talking. She said about she can't explain how it saddens her so much. Basically, to be living in a beautiful scenery and the sky's full of chemtrails. When I was a kid, we used to lie on our back and look at the clouds and stuff. And I remember the sky looked different. I'm 60 right now. Back in the 70s and the 80s, sky looked different to me. Any of you guys old enough to know what I'm talking about? Oh, wow. That's crazy, man. They're talk about misinformation. They're giving the kids misinformation. Stuart over here in this other live stream saying he got fired from teaching because he wouldn't agree that man can't have babies. Basically, it's like second grade biology you learn, and they're trying to turn it around and dump it on its head, like make everything makes no sense anymore. You know what it is? It's also you're made in God's image, and they're constantly spitting on anything that's made in God's image. It's all to mock God, a lot of it. Fluoride and chloride. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's craziness, dude. And it's unfair. I get right up in people's face when I hear the whole thing with the, you're white privileged or you're white supremacist or something. I'm like, no, you're ignorant for even saying stuff like that, The deal is that a lot of the college professors are warping these kids' minds. with communism and everything else. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, they are sickos there, and it is child abuse for doing that shit. With this, I see. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Homeschooling, smart move, dude. Yeah, it's unbelievable that we're all sitting here having this conversation, and we're all over the world. You know, people all over the world could agree with us, and yet all these countries are at war because of the top 2% decide that's the way it's got to be. We got to overthrow that kind of shit in the long run, and not have to put up with any more of this bullshit in this world. It's ridiculous. They want us hating on everybody and all this other crap. And then they turn around and call you a hate monger and everything because you don't want to be brainwashed with lies and bullshit. You know? And things that would offend God, you know? What's it say? Now they're dumbed down the masses, exactly. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Tammy. SAT testing? Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs what happened to the world in my mind. I don't know any other way to say it. It's sad, you know? And, you know, it's all more or less really got intense after the first COVID, you know, 2019. I don't even like to say that word because then they start messing with your YouTube channel. You're not even allowed to talk about something like that. Well, here's the deal. That right there is a big fat red flag. When you stop people from talking about it, it means you're hiding something. Period. End of story. That's the facts, Jack. You own a farm, and with all the red tape, yeah. Oh, dude, I feel bad for farmers. You guys are getting shafted. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to starve everybody into submission. That's why they don't want your farms to succeed. You know, if it's a government farm, it might be allowed to exist. Or a laboratory of Bill Gates making fake food somewhere. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I feel bad. I live right near Pennsylvania. I'm in Delaware, right? And you go up into Pennsylvania, up in Lancaster, the FBI and other government agencies are messing with those guys. That they're not on the power grid. They're Amish, and they do everything, you know, from scratch. They make their own stuff. What's it say? Hungry. Exactly. Anyway, the government's messing with them because they're selling raw milk and other products, but they've been using that product for decades, or maybe 100 years, or whatever they're doing. It's just the government messing with them, in my opinion, because they're not hooked into the power grid. They do everything, you know, they have candlelight, I guess, and whatever. They're primitive. And you know what? They're probably a hell of a lot closer to God. I think technology is pushing us away from God, you know? That's cool. Let's see what you get. Rumors in Ohio, farmers in Ohio are getting more local sales since government is growing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have to. Otherwise, the farms won't survive. They're doing everything they can. Over in Europe, I know that farmers were rebelling in Germany, and then what was it, Netherlands or something? One of the other countries, they had a lot of them were parking their equipment in the middle of bridges and stuff, their tractors and stuff. They were rebelling because they got tired of being messed with. You know, it's basically siege warfare. They want to break us down and have us in a chokehold because they're going to try to push the mark of the beast on us. And they want you to have no outs, no way to escape this shit. Fight like a madman when it comes. Don't accept the mark of the beast. Yeah. Yeah. Sold the animals. Oh, you're in Oklahoma. Yeah. Man, it's unbelievable the stuff's going on in the world. Oh, really? Now it's a felony, Tammy? I know Ohio's got a lot of, not Lancaster, Ohio's got a lot of Amish out there too, I think. I didn't know that. It's a felony now to sell raw milk. But you know, Coca-Cola can put poison in their frickin' product and sell it with no problem. Ridiculous. In Ohio. Yeah, you know what? You're saying you can get a cow and some chickens. They're trying to limit that too. They'll come after you. You have to have them registered or vaccinated, probably, everything else. And no, I said today on a video I did earlier, I think I had to redo the video because I said something about, I had heard that they were trying to pass a law. This is about half a month ago I've talked about, where they're trying to stop people from being able to make a garden on their property, you know, grow tomatoes or whatever, unless you have a license. Look, you bought that frickin' land. You're working it. You're not, you know, it's no slave labor or nothing. What the hell is it to them whether you have a farm, a little garden even, you know? I'm telling you, Henry Kissinger said this. He said, whoever controls the food controls the people. And it's the truth. It's siege warfare. That's what they're doing to us. They're trying to slow starve us into submission. Are they doing the same thing over there? Yep. Yep. Exactly, dude. You're probably better off like that. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're putting stuff in the food that, you know, the chicken feed and everything. It's probably in everything now. All the foods, even cats and dogs. Because, believe it or not, and they're going to start going after not letting you have pets pretty soon. First off, it's a source of food. When starvation starts setting in, if you have a dog and you're going to starve, odds are you might go and eat the damn dog like the Haitians do over here. But for real, that's one thing. The other thing is you could breed the dog and have. It's all about, they're trying every way possible to make it impossible for you to live. Shortening the population big time. Anyway, what I was saying about that is, how do you know it is just doing the same thing? Birth rates are down in human beings. How do you know our food doesn't have it? Whatever they're putting in chicken feed, it's not allowing them to make eggs and stuff. It's probably a similar thing going on with our food. Yep. Yeah, man, it's crazy. What's it say? We went through the feed problem with our chickens for 9 months. Basically, it was, what's it say? Devoid of nutrients. Yep. Starving to death. That's unbelievable. That's Bill Gates and all these people who follow the science. I don't follow science. I follow God. That's the way you got to be, man. Like, they want you to believe in science. Science to me is sorcery. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that all science is bad or anything. I'm saying when you start putting that out there as the only way to live, that's their God, you know. There's a much. What's this say? Yeah. exactly. Yeah, I couldn't even believe. Yeah, I would be the same way, mixed media girl. Yeah, I love my animals. So I don't. Yeah, I couldn't. But I'm just saying that might be another reason why, because they're constantly saying that they were trying to talk about how COVID could get into the animals and all this other crap. They're just trying. Not only that, but if they want to kill you slow style, first off, it's a siege warfare. They start starving you, and then your pets die or whatever. You eat them or whatever the hell. That's your supports too. In other words, when everything's gone to shit, you can always turn to your dog or your cat and make you feel a little bit better. So your morale goes even lower. You don't have your best friend there hanging with you when times get rough. So people will just, off themselves. And they probably thought that into the equation too. They're trying to mass cull the population any way and every way they can. Yeah, eating bugs. No, thank you. Meanwhile, they're over there eating a T-bone steak or something, but you gotta munch down some beetles and roaches. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You got radishes? Is that what that says? Yeah. That's what you want to grow too. You can hide it. No, you can shit. You can grow it inside. It's microgreens, radishes, cherry tomatoes, as well as just as a hidden garden somewhere. Yeah, it could help. I don't know how bad it's going to get, but I really have a feeling that we're not too far away from people starting to starve to death. Maybe a few months. Exactly right. Tammy said, God said we will have a feast before our enemies. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's funny you say that, Stuart. I'm big on herbs and stuff that grows in the woods. I can go out there and find things. I did some videos on it through the last couple of years, off and on. I do some, and you're right about that. That you got to go out and learn that stuff now while you got a chance. But when it comes to winter time, it gets really hard to get by if there's nothing around. You can do it, but you better really be good at what you're looking for. I'll go to prison if I sell. Really? Yeah, I got you. It's crazy. Like I was saying, they don't let people sell raw milk, but they let Coca-Cola sell the rat poison drink that they're, here I am saying that, and I'm drinking a soda. Not Coca-Cola, though. It's Dr. Pepper. Not that, it's all garbage, The stuff they're putting in it is killing us. Yep. Relearn. Yeah, and that's the thing. I used to know a hell of a lot more about plants and stuff, and I have been gardening the last few years, and interest fell away for a little while and doing other things in life. And I'm realizing, I forgot a lot of shit. You got to go back and sharpen yourself back up. It's good to walk through the woods and just see what you can find, almost like practice, and make a game out of it and say, oh, well, there's such and such, and there's some, you know what I mean, pointing it out. And maybe even writing down what you find out there and roughly where you found it. So if it ever does come down to that, you might know where to find it again. There's a plant that I was telling somebody about the other day. It's called Aaron's rod. It's also called mullein. You guys know what I'm talking about? Mullein is basically a weed that can grow almost anywhere, but this shit's good for a lot of stuff. It'll keep you from starving to death easily. American Indians used to use it. Now, it's actually kind of illegal to do this, but in the time of, if you're starving, you know, the hell with the game warden. You got to feed yourself and your family. You crush up there's like a seed pod aerial thing that grows on top of the mullein, and some of the leaves. You crush it up and you throw it in a pond. Wait a couple minutes. All the fish will start to get paralyzed temporarily and float, and then you go scoop them up. That's something, you know, okay, game warden might give you shit. The Indians used to only do it in one area for a little while, for like one time, and then try another pond later on so they could repopulate the pond. Because they could wipe out a small pond if you did it too often. But as a matter of survival, if you're starving to death, all bets are off. I ain't giving a shit about game warden, because at that point, if society broke down to that point, you got to survive. Simple and plain. What's this say? Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's a good herb too. Mullein's good for earaches and stuff, and colds. You know. There's a doctrine of signature, I think it's called. It's an early herbal medicine science that kind of got learned from pioneer days back in the day. Lungs too. Yeah, there you go. Yes, it does clean your lungs out. The thing is what they did was they matched up, like certain leaves might look like certain organs in your body. This is how they learned this, I guess. Took chances at it because probably a lot of people got poisoned too back in the day. But like there's a plant called lungwort that the leaves literally look like a lung. They started using it for lung conditions. It was exactly what they needed. There's also something called eye bright. It's high in vitamin C. It looks like the iris on your eye, the flower on it. So they started to use that. Boom. Years later, they found out that was exactly a good thing to do. Now, how are they figuring that out other than the fact that it looked like something? Who gave them the thought to say, hey, that looks like a lung, so we'll use it for lung? You know who did? God. God put that out there. That's God knowledge. There's no other way you can. How did they know all this? And you could say, oh, they process of, just over and over and over. But I really believe that God gives us things we don't even know we got in our head, like subconsciously or whatever. He's constantly talking to us, and we might think it's internal, but letting us know about things in our environment. And you might get a bad hunch about something. That might be God talking to you. So pay attention sometimes to that, at least. What's this? Neither are high in iron. Wait a minute. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, another thing that's ruining it for comfrey. Yeah, there you go. I think that was bone knit. I was going to call it bone set or something. Yeah. Back in the time of George Washington and, Revolutionary War, comfrey was used way more often than it is now. They say it has alkaloids in it that can mess your liver up or kidneys. Maybe you could still, I'm not saying take it, I'm saying it's probably in small amounts. They probably were getting away with doing it. Hey, how you doing, Laura? How you doing? Sometimes yeah, that's true. Guardian angel. Because you're exactly right. You know why? Because that's what an angel is, a messenger from God. He sends courier down and puts it in your head somehow. And that's how you figure these things out. Discernment. You're right, Tammy. Yep. And I guess it's one of the gifts of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit too, is the discernment, the ability to understand things we shouldn't be able to. And there's no logical reason other than someone giving you that knowledge. And when you get down to it, so if God's given us that knowledge, here's the next thing. You got what I think is fallen angel technology, which is a lot of this other stuff that's very destructive. Maybe the atomic bomb and all this other stuff. It says in the book of Enoch. Now, Enoch is both in the Bible, a character in the or a person in the Bible, and then there's a book of Enoch, which was taken away from the Bible. But evidently, it dealt with fallen angel technology, things that the angels came and taught people. So what we're calling, a lot of times what they're saying about aliens and stuff, maybe what they meant was, only because they didn't have any other words, was actually fallen angels. Who knows? Yep. I think people are starting to wake up there, mixed media. You're right. What's that? DIY specialist, you're right. Jesus is Lord. See, that's discernment right there. You know that. No, people are starting to not only know it, but speak it, People are afraid to say anything anymore because, you get persecuted for anything you say that you in your heart knows right. And the powers that be are trying to stifle it and stop you from saying anything. And like I said before, I really believe the whole thing, the psychology behind the mask for the COVID was also kind of to shut everybody up. A muzzle. Yep. Yeah, we live in crazy times, I'll tell you what. Thank you for coming back, Laura. I remember I was talking to you the other day. Appreciate you. Yeah, ritual mask. See, there's a lot of hidden stuff with all the things that went down over the last few years that it's just amazing to me that people are realizing now. They're waking up to some of this stuff. I'm not saying COVID wasn't real. It was real. It's been real forever and ever there. There's been coronavirus for probably as long as man's been on Earth. However, it mutates from time to time, but they used that to throw us in such deep fear so we couldn't function, and so they could shut the whole world down and basically have us on our knees economically, and then we got to fall prey to what, that's like they're pulling our hand behind our back, constantly putting us in the hurt box. They're trying to starve us now, basically, with all the craziness about, oh, you can't have beef anymore, it's ruining the ozone and this and that. Well, you know what? A lot of things can kill you, but you got to go on with life. You could die walking across the street and get hit by a car. And it might have been an electric car. It's not burning a hole in the ozone, so there's that. It's crazy. People are all messed up because, you know what it is? When you're growing up, you sat in front of the TV set from time to time or whatever, or you read magazines or books and everything. So it ends up forming your opinions on everything. But like the TV is obviously brainwash, but we don't think for ourselves anymore, hardly. I mean, we do, but we don't. We're trained a certain way. Even schools are nothing but indoctrination centers, You should be, how you learn? You question everything. There's nothing wrong with asking questions and trying to find out the truth about things. If someone's not allowing you to question something, you got to say why. What, it doesn't hold up under scrutiny? I'm just supposed to buy anything you say, be it a lie or truth, and never think about it? God gave me a brain. I'm using that thing, It got me through for 60 years, and it'll get me through maybe another 20 or whatever I got left in my life. But you know what? You're a fool if you don't think things through. That's the way I look at it. Yep. Family game night. Right on. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the monkeypox. That's the next new big thing. Wait a minute, let me see. Yep. Right. Right. But you know something? Um, you're saying about what was it that Paul said in the Bible about he was only strong when he was weak or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like when we inflate ourselves and think that we got all the answers and everything, we're further away from the truth. And the truth is God. When you get so full of yourself, in a sense, unconsciously, you're worshiping yourself to some degree. It's nothing wrong with being proud of your achievements, at least a little, but to be overwhelmed and sucked into that whole mindset that there's something that can replace God, or even for a moment, and we're all guilty to a little degree. I mean, people idol worship. You know, they bought a brand new car, and that's more important than other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody's like that, but a little pride. That's a yep, 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 yep. You get too distracted from what's important in the world and in life. Let's tell you what you. Did you take a coffee break, Tammy? Is that what's going on? That's pretty funny.